The Dallas-Fort Worth Business Group on Health, a North Texas coalition bringing together the best and brightest minds on healthcare, presents a powerful new documentary series entitled The Essentials. Each episode presents one compelling story about how a key DFWBGH member organization embraces transformational healthcare ideas that sustain employee engagement and dramatically reduce the cost of care. Episode 3 features DFWBGH board member Lola Chris and how Human Resources, under her leadership, has created a framework for excellence in the area of benefits and wellness that attracts and retains the best and brightest minds to Texas Instruments. Taking charge to make a difference in health and wellness, the members of the Dallas-Fort Worth Business Group on Health.
I am responsible for managing the Texas Instruments health benefits and wellness and work-life programs. And that means helping to formulate the strategies that drive the benefit plan designs and the health promotion, wellness, and work-life programs for Texas Instruments employees. It is truly an innovative company. It is a company that realizes many of the technologies that we create, that we produce, that we make, enable the world to really do the things that we do. If I step back and think about it, sometimes people think about TI as a calculator company. Many people come up to me and say, oh, you work for TI, it's a calculator company. And our technologies are far more broad than that. They really power and help make the world go. You know, it's an interesting background mix that I have, and most benefit managers don't have a pure healthcare background. But I've been able to use that to help me really understand, kind of full circle, what goes on in healthcare. So I can understand the delivery side and the impact of many of the strategies and plan design decisions that we make, how they really impact our employees. So when we decide to change the dynamics around how we share costs with employees, then I have a real good understanding of how some of those decisions may impact how a person adheres to their healthcare regimes. So when we talk about people with certain chronic conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, for example, we have to go beyond just telling them the basics of, well, this is what it's going to cost and this is how you're going to be treated. We have to make it relevant for them. We have to help them to understand, if you're not taking care of yourself, this is how eventually it's going to have impact on you and your family. So our IHM program, Individual Health Management, is one of the programs I am most proud of. Rather than a traditional disease-centric health management model, this is person-centric.
With the IHM program, what happens is that we have a third-party data integrator, a company called HCMS, Human Capital Management Systems. And they are a warehouse, essentially, of TI healthcare data and whatnot. And they have a clinical prevention unit inside of that company, and their specialty is coaching and condition management. And so in our IHM program, what we have them do is, without TI looking at the data at all, in other words, the data is with them, but from their clinical expertise, they can look at markers and identify people who could use some help managing their condition. You know, for example, in traditional disease management, you'll have diabetes disease management. So your folks with diabetes are going to, this program is agnostic. Anyone, it doesn't really look for any specific disease. It's just looking for certain markers that are telling them this person might benefit from some intervention. We're contracting with them to reach out to these people when they see them, ask them if they want to participate in the program. The program is quarterly telephonic counseling and coaching with a clinical team, how they're managing the condition. They'll work with them to work with their physician. So in other words, they'll coach the person and help them be prepared for the next doctor's visit so that they can get the best answers from the doctor, things that they might not have thought about asking before. They'll help them make sense of their pharmacy. And the goal being to get that person on a really well-managed path.
So the program that we have for our employees through a third party really focuses on the individual, and therefore it's called Individual Health Management. Well, benefits are critical because they're really one of the first keys as employees are really kind of kicking the tires at a company to decide if that would be a good fit for them. They're kind of one of those first things that give them a sense of what's the package I'm going to get at the company. So we have a key role in making sure that we're designing benefit plans that allow a company like Texas Instruments to attract employees and then keep them once we get them here.
What TI has always tried to do is focus on its people, the quality of life of its people. An example is when we built these fitness centers. I remember coming into TI to open one, and the thought was, well, clearly they're going to make me bring data in and go look at the data on the people using it and tell them how these facilities are impacting our cost, and they didn't want any of that. Repeatedly I got the message, we're doing this because it's the right thing to do. End of story. We built facilities like this because we believe it's the right thing to do for our people.
It started out as a recreation center for employees. So it was a place where employees with common interests could come and recreate together. And then when I fast forward to where we are today, it really is so much more than that. Individuals who really want to come here and work out, they can do that. Family programs and services are delivered here. We have a very vibrant summer program for our employees' children. And so it's really become more, certainly far more than just a recreational facility, but it is really the basic foundation for our wellness initiatives at Texas Instruments. Disparities in healthcare really boil down to many individuals, including physicians, including nurses, including healthcare providers, really have unconscious bias. So they have perceptions about what patients will and won't do. There are many statistics. If you think about what kinds of implications that means, so say the physician has a particular bias about what they think African Americans or Hispanics or Latinos or Asians may or may not do. They're only going to share information about healthcare regimes that they think that individual is going to be adherent with. But healthcare disparities are real, and one of the problems with them is that often we don't want to talk about things that aren't real comfortable. And that's one of those things that's not terribly comfortable to talk about, but I think we have to. We have to address that. We have to also address the fact that most physicians in America today are white, and many patients that they're treating are not. And so if you think about how different you might be, I might be from a white person, a Hispanic person, unless I'm willing and able to really talk about our differences and get some of those perceptions out, there are going to be some unconscious bias. And we have to address this in healthcare. It's a huge issue. I don't think that we're going to be as successful as we could be with many programs that we have, and it's everything from disease management, health management programs, unless we really address the issues around healthcare disparities. I have a healthcare background, and I have been given an opportunity to come to a company where I'm really a fish out of water. I mean, this is a technology company, it's an engineering company, and I'm a nurse by education and training. And so I've been given an opportunity to take that healthcare background, that skill and that expertise, and to use it in different ways. So if it is in designing and shaping benefit programs, influencing the kinds of programs that we deliver through our fitness centers, working on the occupational health side, really taking all of the experiences that I have and leveraging them in a very different kind of role at a company like this. You know, the thing that I can tell you after 18 years, I am incredibly blessed.
Members of DFWBGH are making sustainable progress in the area of employer-driven quality healthcare and impacting their company's bottom line. Interaction, learning, winning. The Dallas-Fort Worth Business Group on Health.